Hey guys, welcome back to Frewh Tawk with me, your host, Jada Gyamfi, sponsored by Estella's Fresh Mex. And today we have Pryce and Payton Sandfort. So welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And you guys have an announcement of your own.
Yeah, so we're going to be coming out with our own podcast, kind of replacing the one that me and Patrick did. It's going to be me and Pryce. Going to be called the Sandfort Sessions. It should be releasing every Thursday, but stay tuned for details. So I guess we'll see.
It's going to be awesome. We'll be competing for views, but it's all right.
I think you're going to kick our butt. We'll see.
Fingers crossed. Come on, guys. Keep it going. But yeah, so you guys obviously brothers, which is awesome. And then you both play men's basketball here at Iowa. And then you're a sophomore, right? And then senior? Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. So obviously you have a little bit more experience than Pryce does. But overall, like, what has it been like, one, to play here, men's basketball, and then also to play with each other? That was always my dream. I have a sister too. So.
Yeah. It's a dream come true, obviously. You don't really get to play with your sibling even in high school, so getting to do it in college is super special and something we've always worked towards. And last year was great, and we're going to be even better next year. So
oh yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously it's kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's happened a lot at Iowa, but it really doesn't happen all that often.
Yeah.
Where the brothers get to play together. Even really, having siblings at the same university playing the same sport. So it's been a lot of fun, and excited to see, Pryce get a lot more minutes. And, it'll be a great experience.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So off, after games and stuff, throughout practice and workouts, do you guys, go head-to-head in competition a lot, when you go in and shoot? Or do you not do, anything together? Because me and my sister could not, do anything together. We were way too competitive, and it would, cause a fight. So I can understand that, but what's that like with you guys?
There's definitely some of that going on.
Yeah.
But,
competitive nature.
But we still go in together. I think we work out together, and sometimes we don't acknowledge the competition, but it's definitely always there.
Always there. Yeah. I get that.
So, but yeah, we guard each other in practice pretty much every day, or at least because the wings are pretty interchangeable, but we're still the three men. We're the same size, so it's a ton of battling each other. And I used to I had to catch myself now, but I used to be excited when he'd make a shot, even though sometimes it was my blown mistake. So I guess you just kind of have to get that sibling part out of you. But obviously I'm excited for him all the time. But when I'm playing defense, I probably need to take care of what I need to.
Lock in.
Yeah.
Stop him from scoring.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys were to compete, who's kicking whose butt more commonly?
Just depends on the day.
I don't know. I think I have a general advantage, and sometimes I get caught, but most of the time it's usually me.
I'm not going to argue it.
He knows.
Yeah, I get that. Me and my sister would be the same way. I would like to say that I would win, but she was just way stronger than me.
How old is she? She's older
2
than
years
you?
older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was same situation.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really, really tough in high school because, obviously, I feel like with guys, you guys are a lot more similar. I feel 2 years in high school for girls is a big jump. She was way stronger than me. I was 14 and she would just beat me up in practice and did not care. She loved that. But it was just, it was really hard. But I think she's probably part of the reason why I'm where I'm at now, because I had to be very mentally tough in high school.
They always say the younger sibling's supposed to be better. I think that's part of the reason why.
See?
It's true here, too.
Yeah. It checks out. It makes a lot of sense.
See.
Yeah.
We'll be the exception, I guess.
I love that. So obviously you guys also got to play together in high school because, did you end up going to Northwest?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, my last 2 years.
Yeah.
Junior,
but
senior
the school split after my senior year, so we were together for 2 years at Waukee High.
Yeah, and you guys were absolutely stacked. I remember. I think you were there when you guys beat Johnston in the state championship, right?
Yeah, that was our last year.
Yeah, and we also lost to Waukee in the state championship, and I went to Johnston.
That game was crazy. I remember the girls. I think our girls shot 90% from three.
It was
I don't
nuts.
think you really had much of a chance.
No, and it was kind of nice though, because it's if they're gonna shoot that well, you can just take it. It wasn't close. We kind of knew what was gonna happen going into halftime, and so I came to terms with it pretty early on. But yeah, I remember watching that game and just I think I even watched you play at Northwest too. You guys were just loaded and always so good.
Yeah.
But has that that relationship and bond that you guys had playing together in high school, is that what's kind of helped you carry on in college, or is it way different at this next level?
Yeah, I think it definitely, carried on. I think it was hard at first for me because, like, in high school, once he came in, it was kind of easy, and he was kind of already friends with everybody. But then once he got to school and I'd been on my own again, like as a young guy, and now I was becoming the older guy, and he got here, it's all new people. It's a whole new system. It wasn't like people he'd been around. So I think it was an adjustment, for me trying to bring him up to like the culture and what we've established here. But after a while, it became like, second nature again, seeing him out there and playing with him again.
Yeah.
So it's been fun.
Yeah, it definitely helped. It's, won a lot of games in high school too, so got to establish a good chemistry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely made it easier coming here.
Yeah.
But,
What has been like? Obviously, you've been here for this. You're starting your 4th year, but what has been like your favorite part? You can on the court, off the court, like. Because I think Iowa City is such a special place, especially for sports and basketball. The Midwest is kind of huge with basketball, but what has been like the best part for you guys?
Yeah, I think on the court, I think representing the home state, like we're so close to home, and getting to have everyone that we grew up with text us after games and be super excited and get to kind of represent all the younger kids.
Yeah.
I remember after we lost in the NCAA tournament, my freshman year, we got upset. I was driving home and drove through the neighborhoods, and you see that everyone's basketball hoop has like the Iowa logo on it, or there's Iowa logos everywhere. And I just remember feeling devastated for all those kids. But all the good moments too. It's awesome being able to represent the kid that you kind of grew up being.
Yeah,
I think that's been the coolest part. Off the floor, I think just the guys that we have. I think it's a ton of fun being around teammates all the time, and doing all sorts of different things together. So that's definitely, been awesome and kind of what's kept everybody here for so long.
Yeah. What about you,
I'd
Prince?
say same thing. Being a home state kid, getting to represent your home state is kind of a dream that all those little kids have growing up in Iowa, especially. But yeah, it's just the same thing. Being a home state kid and just seeing all those hoops is a really good point.
Yeah.
You're driving through your neighborhood, seeing all that kind of hits home.
Yeah.
It's good
It
to
is.
represent those kids.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome. I feel like, especially in the past couple of years, from my perspective too, like I literally haven't gone a single day without seeing someone in a Caitlin Clark shirt or an Iowa shirt or like a Gabby Marshall shirt everywhere. Like seriously, everywhere. Even when like I go back home, it's really awesome. And yeah, there's something special about like being an Iowa kid. I mean, obviously we're from very close areas, like a couple miles up the road. So there's something special about still representing your state. And like when we got to play in Des Moines last year, like that was
awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah. Great memories in that building.
Yeah. You guys represent a lot more than just the state, at least. You guys represent pretty much every girl in the country now, it seems like.
Try to.
I lived in New Jersey for 2 months during all my pre-draft stuff, and I'd get on the subway in New York and go through New York City, and everyone, asks where you're from and what you're doing here, and every single person said, "Oh yeah, just watch them play South Carolina or whatever." I'm like, sweet. Got an identity now.
Yeah.
You used to say it'd be like potatoes or corn, but now it's Caitlin Clark and the Iowa women, so pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very special. Shout out Caitlin. Thanks so much for everything you did. It's been amazing. Yeah. You were just talking a little bit about the pre-draft stuff. So what was that experience like for you, and like coming back home? What has that been like for you?
Yeah, it's kind of opened my eyes to some things. It's living in Iowa was pretty special. It always, it made me realize that I was out in New Jersey and had some crazy things happen. Probably can't talk about them on camera, but just a bunch of different crazy stories, and you're kind of out there all alone, and people aren't as nice on the East Coast as they were.
Nice is real.
In Iowa, exactly, and even the Midwest in general. But it was an awesome experience. Going around to different NBA cities and working out for the teams, and going through all the training and the drills. It's one-on-one. It's a lot of 3-on-3. Going to the combine was an absolutely awesome experience, and got to meet a bunch of really cool people. But the decision was tough, but I think I'll be in the same spot next year, so why not give it one more run? Didn't want to end in the NIT, and kind of want to I have a bunch of goals in college that haven't been checked off yet, so give it one more run.
I love that. Yeah, I'm super excited to watch you guys play. I love going to your guys' games. I think it's so fun.
I used to love going to your games when we were in the front row. Now
now you're fighting for a spot.
Yeah. I have a crazy story about your West Virginia game, but I can talk about it later.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm sure. It's crazy to see like how much all of it has grown. Like I always get questions about tickets and stuff, and I'm like, I actually have no idea. Like it's really hard to get my family into games and stuff, but yeah, it's really cool to see all of that. Yeah. So outside of basketball, obviously, I'm assuming you guys spend a lot of time together. What's something you do that's just completely not related to just basketball and stuff that we have to do every single day?
Definitely golf. We just came from golf. And but yeah, we do a lot of golfing together with a couple other guys. Cooper is freshman now, and Carter. So it's definitely something we do. Play some video games together, so it's always a good getaway too.
We got a nice little poker setup too in Pryce's room.
There you
Pryce
go.
has a big studio, so we set up a poker table in the middle of the room and have a bunch of guys come over and play all the time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a ton of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. What's your guys' favorite course? I know nothing about golf. I just went for the first time and like actually tried. I don't know what you would call swung or whatever. I am so bad. My mom played golf in high school, and I called her, and she was like, "Did you at least make contact?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did, but I don't know why it just went right every single time." And she's like, called me a slicer or something. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I have no idea what that means. But I went to Brown Deer, and we only played like 4 holes, and then we were like, let's go shopping. This is boring. So what's your guys' favorite course? I don't even think I'm aware of all of them. But
when we're in Iowa City, we usually play Finkbein, I would say, which I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Then back in Des Moines, we mix it up a lot. Play Des Moines golf, play Legacy. Our friend owns that, so that's been our favorite course forever.
Yeah.
But, what about you?
Yeah. I like Finkbein, Saddleback. I love Saddleback. Course up in Solon, that's pretty wide open, so you don't get in the trees a lot.
It makes you feel good.
For me.
You don't have to lose balls.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then Riverside is awesome. They got their Blue Top Ridge course, really, really nice, but it's also really hard. So.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. No.
We love golfing though. I feel like everything we do outside of basketball is still super competitive, and pretty much everyone like still gets crazy mad at each other all the time.
Yeah.
So we don't take a break.
That's awesome. I could not. I'm like, after basketball practice, I'm like exhausted. I need just a rest.
Yeah.
Like golfing those 4 holes yesterday was a lot for me. I was like, I haven't been outside for this long in a really long time. Yeah. And yeah, I did terrible. I was texting Caitlin, and she was trying to give me some pointers, and I was like, it's not going to work. There's no fixing this. I'm really, really bad. And I was like, I gave up after 4. And she was like, it's okay. There's still room to improve. I was like, I think I'm going to retire.
Only way to go is up.
Truly, because, yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I made all the dents in the ground. And I felt really bad because I'm like, this is really pretty, and I've destroyed all of it.
That's all right.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was not good. West Virginia game. Tell me, what's the story? What happened to you?
So you guys were in the tournament. I think that day, or maybe the day before, it was when you guys were still playing at home. I had declared for the draft, so it was like my last few days there. Obviously, like I go to pretty much all your games, so I just walked in the back door, like always.
Classic.
Walked up. There was no seats, so we were just kind of standing in the tunnel with our security guys, who like we're super close with, and I stood there like when Caitlin broke the record, and pretty much stood there for most of the games this year. And some little redhead from the NCAA comes up. He's like, hey, you can't stand here. I'm like, all right. So I go stand like behind the basket, kind of in the handicap chair section, and kick us out again. Ask for a ticket. I show him a ticket. He's like, well, you got to go sit there. I'm like, well, my knees are sore. I got to stand. So he's like, all right. He's like, you got to go. So I'm like, all right, fine. Start walking back to the locker room, which our locker room was where my keys were. He's like, if you walk back there, I'm going to have you arrested. I'm like, okay, buddy. I'm going to get my keys. Just calm down. He's like, I don't care who you are. Like, you got to get out of here. Because I think, like, people were coming up and taking pictures, and there was, like, maybe 3 people. So it wasn't a big deal. Anyways, so I leave there, walk up top. So now I'm just walking around the top. I'm thinking, like, there's no problem now. Like, there's no way they're going to find me. And then this security guy comes up. He's like, one of my friends. He's like, hey, buddy, you're probably going to have to at least leave my section. You might want to leave. Like, they're on to you. I'm like, okay. So I go over, talk to the video guys. There's, like, a pretty long line for pictures. And then 4 cops come up, and this little redhead. It's, like, 10 minutes left in the game. You guys are up, like, 2. And he's like, hey, like, you either walk out right now or we're going to arrest you. I'm like, you actually got to be kidding me right now. Like, I'm not causing a scene. I'm up on top. Like, just get out of my face. And I just walked home in the rain, watching on my phone. I think you guys were actually up 10. I left, and then they tied it. And I was like, if this guy blows it, I'm going to be so mad. I knew my voice was taking you guys over the top. But. So I walked home in the rain like 45 minutes because I didn't have my car.
Because they didn't let you go get your keys.
Yeah.
That's actually so sad.
It was terrible.
I can only imagine if you got taken out in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been completely
scene.
unreal.
But it was ridiculous.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Hope he felt good about his job.
He was doing his job.
Yeah, he was trying to do his job.
Oh, man.
I know, that is crazy, though, because we always, like, I mean, I have not gotten a ticket to one of your guys' games. I just go.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just, and most of the time, too, I will stand in that section.
Yeah, they don't care.
Or I just, like,
It's a little different.
stand wherever.
Versus their games,
Yeah, and I guess maybe, like, the NCAA was really, like, they were stern.
Yeah.
Because they were ready to arrest
Even when you guys had sold out games, like, it was always fine. And then,
yeah, I mean, you find a couple seats that people didn't come to and just sit. That's crazy.
Whatever. I thought about trying to find his picture somewhere on the NCAA website, but couldn't find him. I was actually pretty upset about it.
Hopefully he is listening to this.
Yeah.
You've lost some friends over here. Yeah. Do not support.
No, not a fan. Let me watch my games.
Gosh. Okay, so on campus, what's your guys' like, so outside of basketball, well, what are your guys' majors? I don't even know that.
I'm in the business school, but I haven't really declared a major yet. Still trying to figure it out. So.
I'm in finance.
Oh,
Last semester it was basketball, but I'm finance.
Okay. That's me every spring semester. Yeah, the school kind of goes to the second part. Very different. I'm in education, if you're wondering. So, like, yeah, you guys are.
Where's most of your classes at?
The Lindquist Center. It's by Stanley, the art museum. Yeah. But it's really nice. So that's in business, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. See,
everything's at Tippy.
I have no idea. I thought people could walk the Great Wall of China. You can't. It's 13,000 miles. Yeah.
They didn't teach us that at Tippy either.
Yeah, I'm not learning that at the Lindquist Center at all. But yeah, what's your favorite part about being a student here? Like, outside of, the fans, the support, all that stuff, like, the best part of just being a student in Iowa City?
You want to go first?
You can take your time.
Yeah. For me personally, being closer to home, I got a lot of friends here. So, walking around campus, I'll see some friend that I haven't seen in a while or something like that. It makes it, pretty fun walking around. And yeah, so I'd probably just say being close to home, having a lot of friends here makes it fun.
Yeah.
I would probably say, probably football weekends, just because we get maybe one or two games a year. Like, usually we have a game on, like, a Friday night during the season, and then the next day the football plays at home. We don't have practice, so, like, we actually get a tailgate. It's probably my favorite day of the year, because if we win on that Friday, then the Saturday's great. You just get to go see all your old friends. Like, you don't have to see your teammates or coaches. Like, just go hang out and be a kid.
Yeah.
Like, we're so isolated from, like, the rest of the students, I feel like, just with our schedule and stuff, that, like, getting that one or two tailgating day, since I think you guys have practice that runs up to the game also, right?
Every single Saturday.
Every Saturday. We get the one, and it's wonderful. It's the best day of the year.
Yeah, that is really fair, because I feel like, we play all year round. Yeah. And so, like, I've never experienced, like, I would love to just have one Saturday, like, I actually get to, like, dress up for a football game.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just, like, I'm coming out with, like, wet hair from Carver, like, probably
sprinting.
Yeah, thinking about a really bad play that I made. Like, it's going to ruin the rest of the day for me. And then by the time I get to the game, I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even focus on what's happening. Yeah. And then I'm like,
and then you're so tired, you just go home.
Yeah.
That's what I always do.
Yeah, I don't think I
left at half most of the games.
Yeah, same.
I was going to say, I would be like, okay, let's see how we feel after the first quarter. Yeah. And then,
make it through the wave and then just see. That's it. That's usually how I roll. Real.
Like, let's wave and then wave goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
It is nice to watch it at home, though.
Yeah.
But I do love football Saturdays. That's the best part. And
fun.
Like any of the games, it's so fun. Okay, guys, my new obsession, Poppy. The flavor is so good, and it doesn't hurt my tummy, which is what I really like about it. It's good and healthy for your gut, and it tastes amazing. This is my favorite flavor, if you guys are wondering. It's Doc Pop, and another fan favorite is the orange creamsicle. But if you haven't tried it, you definitely should, because it's my favorite. What was it like your freshman year being here?
I personally hated the dorms. Just hated it.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much right when school started, I was ready to be out of there. So like 3 months in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in room 430.
See, we were on this. Me and my roommate were on the 7th floor, which is insane.
Our freshmen right now are on the 10th floor.
Yeah, but it's nice up there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been up there.
Oh yeah, you guys don't move them in, do you?
No, we didn't.
Lucky ducks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see those pictures of you guys.
Yeah, like fully in a sweat for no reason on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, but I did not like the communal bathrooms.
No, that's the worst part.
I'd be in a towel walking around, no shirt on, trying to find a shower. Every place was full. I just got to walk back to my Yeah,
that's terrible.
And then one of the times, I think I went into the bathroom and it was like, I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was going to shower, but I forgot my phone. I go back, just left my stuff in there. Come back, the door's locked. All my stuff's in there. I'm just knocking on the door. She's like, I'm in here.
So is my stuff.
She's using my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was about the point where I was ready to get out of there.
To be done.
But when Payton went and did his, lived in New Jersey, did the pre-draft, let me move into his room at Riverside.
That was nice of
Had
you.
a car, so.
That wasn't my choice.
That's like the biggest thing. It's so hard living your first year without a car here.
Yeah.
Like, it is so miserable.
Brutal.
Yeah. Me and him are sharing a car right now. It's not fun. He pretty much just gets the car. I don't.
You get it a little bit.
Just gotta go take it. Final chance. Yeah.
Did you have a moped your freshman year? I
didn't. I had a scooter.
Okay.
We can't get mopeds.
Oh.
They don't let us.
Really?
Yeah. We used to not even have scooters. My freshman year, it was all feet in the bus.
I rode the bus a lot.
All feet in the
My
bus.
scooter broke down.
Oh no.
I think it was the winter. Popped a tire, never fixed it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I had a moped and I just ended up never using it. I would just make the upperclassmen come pick me up.
Yeah. Were your coaches sticklers about the helmets?
Yes, and it was like, I understand it's for a good reason, but it's so embarrassing riding around with that helmet on.
I had a black and neon green helmet I got when I was like 5 or 6. Still riding around with it. Had to put it on before I went into Carver, so coaches saw I was wearing it.
Oh.
I remember when I was driving by Peterson my sophomore year and I saw Hannah Stolke with the helmet on. It was like on top of the afro. It was so funny.
Yeah, and she had like a little pink helmet too.
Yeah.
Dude, the upperclassmen would always snipe pictures of us on those freaking mopeds. And it was so embarrassing. The helmet, and then you have the helmet hair as well. It was just,
It's
it was
brutal.
terrible. And I'll never forget, I did get caught one time on my moped without my helmet on, and I was like so scared.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my, like I'm gonna get kicked off the team. Like
That
I broke a
freshman
team
year
rule.
so scary.
Yeah, I was like, God, you idiot. One time.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
tried driving Sydney's one time because I wanted to go
scary.
shoot, and I like hit the curb, and I was like, I'll just walk. It's like a 25-minute walk from Peterson, but it was before I knew how to use the bus. I became really good friends with the bus drivers, though.
I've only ridden it like 2 times on my own, and then for camp.
Oh, yeah.
It's really confusing.
I had that thing down to an art.
got
I'd be on it
pretty
4 or
good,
5 times a day.
Yeah, I could never figure it out.
Did
Yeah.
you like the dorms?
I did, just because of like I liked being with all my athlete friends.
Did you
But-
live with Natalie?
Mm-hmm.
You did.
And so that was really nice too.
That's the worst.
Terrible decision. But once like the summer was really fun, and then once all like it got really full, and I was like, this kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
I enjoyed it in the summer actually.
Yeah, because like the bathrooms are always taken,
Yeah.
the washers
Yeah.
and dryers. I'm like, come on, people.
Yeah.
Those-
Did you ever have any issues with the laundry getting stolen ever?
No, thankfully.
There were some people that got some stolen, but luckily I never did.
Yeah.
Did you guys have
During
to
my
pay for laundry?
years, yes. I had
Did
to.
we, Natalie? I don't think we did.
We were all free. It was
Yeah, because
awesome.
I think
I
when
think it
we
was in the summer.
we didn't. They had just like installed that new app thing, and so they
Oh,
hadn't
yeah.
figured out how to charge
yeah.
people yet. So I think we were just.
They actually installed that before our year. It still didn't work. So
Ours is-
that was a
it's not an
2-year
app
work in
anymore.
progress.
You swipe your.
Oh, so they gave
yeah.
up.
Yeah, they just quit.
They were like, it's
Too
really
bad.
not working.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, the dorms were great though. Once I was so excited to move out. As
You
soon
always
as I
get
took-
excited to move out.
Did you have the grill open for you? I don't think it was.
No.
Open. Ours opened in the spring
Yeah.
for us, so we got to use it for a couple months.
See, I wish
open
that
for us.
was
It would have been so nice.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
because I
Really
was
good.
like way too lazy to walk all the way over to Hillcrest.
Yeah.
So far.
So much DoorDash.
Yeah, so
Oh my
much.
gosh.
Me and Natalie
Thousands
lived
of
off
dollars.
DoorDash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. But it was good memories. It was, yeah. But it's so much better living
It is.
outside
It
of
is fun
dorms.
though. You got to do it. Everybody's
Yeah.
got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
We had
I
some
feel.
fun moments. We set up a mini golf course on our floor.
Oh, yeah. See, that's
that was
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
That
Natalie
was
and.
that was about the highlight of the dorms, but
Yeah. That was the highlight. We would do like trivia crack nights. Natalie and her
Wow.
friends did like a Nerf gun battle.
That'd be fun.
I was not invited to join that.
it's too bad.
Yeah, they left me out of it because they were scared probably. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But
The best time for the dorms is right after Christmas, like that next day when it's literally just us. It's like football's always at their bowl game,
yeah.
and then it's just the basketball players. We did some insane things.
We had some dudes bringing some of those splat guns. Those things actually hurt. They were firing it at us, walking out of our door, and it just be camped up, shooting at us. Yeah.
Yeah.
People in the dorms.
Oh yeah,
my gosh.
in my freshman year, everyone decided it'd be funny to punch holes in the wall, so we had to pay for it. It was like $300 charge
They
because
were
no
going
one
to make us
fessed
do
up.
that because the football players, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but they had a scooter race.
Yeah,
And
that happened my year
they made the
too.
tire marks all over the carpet. And we were getting emails and talked about it at Bridge and
Not
Summer
Bridge.
Oh,
Bridge is another terrible part of freshman year.
Awful.
It's
we got our freshmen going through it right now.
yeah, ours too. I think our freshmen like it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how? And did you guys have to do the typing thing?
Yep, I did that.
I was like, are we serious? Like typing tests? I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh
we're
heck no.
18
We
years
did do that,
old.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember doing that in first grade, second grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like a middle school course, like computers, when we
Yeah.
learned how to type. Okay, do you guys have any secret talents?
I love.
No, it's all you.
No, I'll say prices, and then you say
Okay.
mine, and then we'll go off our own. So Price loves Legos. So he can build them with the best of them. He flies through those Lego sets. He's got it's impressive.
My
We
money
get
flies through.
What?
too, with those Legos? The money's just gone. So much money.
we were in I think we were in Europe, and we all had our per diem money. So we just went to a Lego store in Barcelona on the last day, and we were just giving them
I walked out with like 5
so
cents.
much money.
Man,
I didn't want to bring anything back. I'd leave it all.
yeah, you
So
still
it was
haven't done
it
those
was all
sets.
casino and
still haven't done those sets
yeah. So
that
mine
you
are still
bought.
sitting in my room.
Yeah,
Have some shirts I never wore.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Good times.
Payton's secret talent. He's not a super talented guy. I don't know.
Period. I love it.
I don't know. We played the piano. It's been a long time.
That's not a secret talent. I don't play the piano. Try again.
Let's see.
Do you have one in your head that you know, Payton?
Yeah, I got a few.
Secret
Oh, there's
talent.
multiple.
Yeah.
So he's really blanking.
I really don't know. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's just not a secret to me, so I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
So I love physics. Like I do so much
yeah.
physics stuff. Like I'm in a business major, but this year for some beyond me reason, I decided I was going to take a tough fit college
You did that in high
physics
school,
course.
too.
Yeah, I took a bunch of
High school.
yeah.
AP.
So this year I just I'd skip all my business homework and just do my physics homework for fun. Like we'd be on the road, like we were about to play Indiana, and I pulled coach's whiteboard with all the plays on it, erased them, did all my physics homework.
I remember that.
For
Right
fun.
on the equations up there
we
and-
always hang out and play cards or do homework the
Mm-hmm.
night before games. So I'm just chugging them out. It was awesome.
That's insane.
We're all looking at it like it's just a foreign language.
Yeah.
We have no idea what's going on.
I would be completely lost.
I also have a good memory, so I can remember probably most of the games that we've had, the score. And I was a Nebraska football fan growing up, so I can remember all of their scores. Not anymore, but when I was 7 through 14, I could probably give you every score that they had.
Week 3, 2018.
You really want this?
Yes.
It was. You guys can fact check me out there. It was Nebraska versus Northern Illinois. It was 17-14, I believe.
Let's get a fact check on that. That's insane.
I could do our basketball games for sure too. High school, I think, probably.
What was our record my freshman year, junior year? I know that. That's really
Yeah, that's easy.
What was it?
It was almost a school record. I think it was 20.
We lost
23 and 3.
Yeah, it was 23.
Yeah. You got that in your bag?
Well, I only know my senior year, but that's because we didn't lose a game.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
Well, what was the score of the state championship that you won?
I have no idea. I think I literally have no clue.
Okay.
Sometimes I forget even who we played.
60,
It was
61.
I believe it was
46?
60. No, I think it was 65-52 maybe.
Okay.
When you guys beat Johnston?
Yeah. We were down 16-2.
Yeah, we were getting
14-2.
so excited because we were like, "Yes, avenge us! Someone has to beat Waukee."
We were so like just nervous.
And
Yeah.
Malik Allen went in his bag.
Yeah, he did.
It was crazy.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think
Shout
I
out the
left
Waukee
early.
boys.
You guys killed us. I fear, and
We
the
still,
Waukee
we
girls
still
too.
have everyone. We still have everyone getting in fights on social media because, like, once a year they'll post like our lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be between us and Ames and all that, and then
The Ames team with Harrison Barnes and Doug McDermott.
Oh yeah. So you guys think you would beat them?
Yeah.
I think we're
actually
deeper.
do.
I think we're way deeper. Like obviously Harrison would probably be the best player on the floor. And
Yeah.
Doug was good, but Doug really wasn't Doug until he got to Creighton, and they had other good players.
Everybody's looking at it as like.
And he had some really good games that year. I remember watching him play when they played at Hilton, and he was fantastic. But we were deeper.
Yeah, you guys were actually.
But they had good players. I don't know.
The main argument for them is how their careers ended up. Like obviously they're all superstars, but we're not there yet.
Give us some time.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Take it back to high school. You guys would probably win.
Exactly. That's what we think. But
Did we get a fact check on the Week 3 2018 Nebraska football? Oh.
17-14. Was it Northern Illinois?
Was it Northern Illinois? That's still pretty impressive.
well, okay. So I had to leave. I was doing a prep hoops camp that day, so I missed the end of the game. That actually it
So
was
that's where it
17-14 when I
stopped.
left.
See? Yeah.
So did Nebraska lose?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Who cares?
That was still pretty impressive.
Thank you.
All right.
What's
well,
your secret talent? It's your turn.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Legos. but I
Oh,
didn't.
gosh.
I was.
I'm trying to think of. Oh, I'm like, okay, this isn't really that exciting, but I'm insanely good at parallel parking. Like,
That's tough.
like I am actually, and I'm not a great driver by any means, but one try and I'm done every single time. It's like the only part about driving that I'm good at. And
If
it's,
there was like something that I'm awful at, I've gotten in probably 6 wrecks backing out. I've never gotten in an actual car accident,
but just hit a car.
but when like if I'm backing out, like anything's in play.
What'd you hit in the spring, Peyton? Tell them what you hit in the spring.
Nobody was on the road, backing out of my girlfriend's driveway that I backed out of
I was in the car.
500 times, and I just back up, smoke the wood pole, light almost comes
wood
down.
pole. Smoke it.
Is in the same
He's
spot
like-
it's been every
I
time.
I get out of the car and go check, and he's like, "Is it bad?" I'm like, this whole car is just dented in.
it's not great.
Not very good.
It's always so
The
hard to
light
tell my.
shattered.
It's always so hard to tell my dad because he's like every time he looks at the car, something's wrong. Like something's
Talking
missing.
to him about it is so funny. When I call him about it, he's like, "That dude." Dude.
And I have a backup camera in too. It has like the
Oh,
top
no.
view. It has the back view, but I go so
don't-
fast. It
I
doesn't
don't
turn
know
on
how
for.
you-
It doesn't turn on for 3 seconds. So you get in
I've never-
reverse, you
Yeah.
go fast,
Never
and
done
it
it.
doesn't alert you in time.
My first ever.
It's a
like,
default. It's not my default.
My first ever like car accident. I backed into someone in a drive-through, and I also have a backup camera.
Yeah.
And so they're just like, right. You are probably wondering how I did that. I have no idea.
How did
Why were you
go
backing
back
up in a drive-thru?
I changed my mind. I didn't want Caribou anymore. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Starbucks instead. That's I'm being so serious.
Well,
yeah,
Okay.
and I also didn't probably need to back up. I could have just gone. But yeah, I
it's
just
better
So
be
there's
safe.
nobody in front of you.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Didn't have to pass the window. Didn't want to pass the window at the people.
I can't even justify
It
it. I
happens.
just
It
yeah.
does happen.
Yeah, but I can parallel park the crap out of a car. I do it for Natalie all the time.
I'm gonna
'Cause
need to bring you in.
Yeah, she's terrible at it. I'm like,
Parking
please let
downtown.
me do it. Please. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining
Thank
me.
you.
This has
Thanks
been
for
a
having us.
blast. And I'm so excited for you guys to have your own chance in the studio.
Yeah,
Get some
thanks.
fun guests on.
See if we can do half as good as you at the views.
Gosh. It's not because of me. But anyways, yeah. All right. We'll see you next time. Thank you.